If you live with MS, sometimes it doesn't take much heat before your body starts acting completely different. A hot shower, a workout, or just stepping outside on a summer afternoon can turn up the volume on fatigue, weakness, brain fog, and other symptoms. Today, we're talking about heat sensitivity and MS, and why it happens, what it feels like, and how we can better manage it. This is On My Nerves, MS Unfiltered.
And so, Chill, we all know that even just a small rise in body temperature can make things go haywire for us. And I think sometimes, what is actually physically happening to us when heat gets the best of us? And you mentioned something about a phenomenon before.
Yes, I did. It's called Uhthoff phenomenon. And Uhthoff is a German scientist that actually observed this particular behavior in MS patients. Actually, it's not even a behavior. It's what happens when these particular MS patients were exposed to heat. I think it's easier for our audience to understand it if they watch what's going on instead of listen to me explain. Everybody check it out. Here it comes. Named after the German eye doctor Wilhelm Uhthoff, who noticed in 1890 that his MS patients' vision got blurry when they exercised and came back once they cooled off. That observation is still the foundation of what we know today. How common is it? 60 to 80% of people with MS experience this. If you felt off in a hot car, a hot shower, or after a workout, you're not imagining it and you're not alone. MS damages the protective coating around nerves, myelin. Think of it like exposed wiring instead of insulated wiring. Nerve signals in exposed, damaged areas already travel slower than normal. Heat pushes that impaired conduction past a tipping point. Signals slow down further or get blocked entirely. The science calls this conduction safety factor. Every nerve has a temperature threshold where it stops firing reliably. In damaged nerves, that threshold is much lower, a wild stat. Even a ½ degree Celsius rise in body temp can be enough to slow or block signal in a demyelinated nerve. It's a pseudo-flare, not a new damage. This is a functional electrical problem, not new lesion activity. Your nervous system isn't relapsing, it's just struggling to conduct signal under heat stress. Symptoms typically reverse within hours once you cool down. Fatigue shows up different for everybody, but we know that if you have multiple sclerosis, chances are you are going to experience a symptom or two when you're exposed to heat. What happens to you when you're exposed to heat?
Uh, Man, my battery goes from 70 to zero in 5 seconds. Man, that's the first thing, fatigue. Man, he drains the battery out of me like nothing else. There's been times in the beginning where I kind of miscalculated and stayed in the shower too long.
Mm-hmm.
And getting out the shower, I'm just like, man, this heat is just unbearable. For me, it's fatigue. Heat drains the battery out of me quicker than anything else, I would say. Um, and there's no way around it. And the quicker that I can rest though and kind of cool off, the better I can recover. But fatigue is the number one thing. It just strains me. How about you?
Pretty much the same. And actually, it's kind of two-part because earlier, I don't know why, just since over time, I've just noticed this, that when I was first diagnosed or early in my diagnosis, heat was horrible to me. And I'll tell you what happened then. But now it doesn't affect me the same. It still affects me, but not like it used to, not with the same level of debilitation that it used to.
Well, that's encouraging.
It's not the same. It used to be horrible. For example, we went on a vacation and as far as I was concerned, it might as well have been hell. It was so hot. But the way my body responded, we went to South America, and I had no ability to walk. no ability to function on my own. I was exhausted. I couldn't connect the process in my head of move your right foot, then move your left foot, move your right foot, move your left foot. I could not make that connection. I had weakness beyond belief. It was horrible. It was
Mm,
horrible. And I think it not only scared me, it scared my family because it was so larger than life how it put me down. But now it's not like that. Now I can be in the heat and I don't feel the same level of trauma I felt before. I don't know why yet. I don't know. I don't know if it's because those nerves have healed over
mhm,
to some
mhm.
degree. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be.
But at that point on vacation, did you know that
Mm.
it was the MS? That it was the fatigue was
Yes.
hit? Okay, good,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
So like you, I felt extreme fatigue, extreme loss of balance. Like I said, like I couldn't make the connection between mentally moving my legs and actually moving my legs. I could not make that connection. I
Yeah,
mean, I was thinking it, this is how you walk, but I couldn't pull it off.
yeah,
It was different. It was big
yeah, yeah.
before. It's not that bad anymore.
Well, I mean, that's encouraging to me because he gets me out of whack. But to know that it's changed for you, that it's gotten better for you,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's really something to look forward to because man, it's wild. Outside of the
It
weather
is.
though, outside of the outside heat that we get from the weather, are there any other
Uh-huh.
times, maybe large crowds or, maybe some activity, exercise? Do you experience any type of heat overload?
I do, but I manage it different. Um, like for example, when I exercise, if I drink a lot of water.
Mm,
So I'm regulating my body temperature that way. And remember I told you before how I used to put cold water or water on my wrist to cool my body down. For some reason, putting water on the insides of my wrist really helps. I don't know why, but it works.
yeah.
But just having what's called thermoregulation, when you're hydrated, your body can naturally cool itself off a little better. But exercising, drinking a lot of water for me, and determining how long you can work out.
Mhm,
I have learned this. This is just a learned behavior. Like if I started off working out, like just initially, if you can only handle 10 minutes, do 10
yeah,
minutes before you start to feel pooped. Not pooped as in I'm tired, but pooped as in I'm getting hot
yeah,
and I can't function.
yep,
But, start off slow. But I also learned that I can increase my workout time once I get my body used to it. It doesn't
mhm,
respond to the heat the same.
mhm,
I have noticed that
yeah,
also. So hydration and almost like titrating myself into working out more. That seemed to, and putting cold water in my body, putting water in my body and putting it on my wrist. That's what I've done.
yeah,
What about you?
yeah. Me, man, I remember in the beginning, before I realized what was happening, taking showers. Before I realized the heat was a thing, I used to, why am I so exhausted from taking a shower? Why do I feel like I just got ran over by a dump truck after
And
just
it's
taking a
that
shower?
big.
No, that's huge. I
Yeah.
couldn't figure it out.
It's that
I
big.
was so
Uh-huh.
confused, so confused. Like, what is going on? Now I understand that it absolutely feels like I've been run over by a dump truck. Once heat sensitivity drains everything out of me, I can't look, and I can't pick up my
Uh-huh.
legs. You're right. You're right. So once
Uh-huh.
I get fatigued, I can't pick up my legs anymore. So it's hard to walk or to
Mhm.
move or to do anything. Um,
Mhm.
so it's no joke. It's real for me. It's real.
It's very real. And tell me what you think. Do you feel like it's harder to plan around it once you know what you're dealing with? Like when you know what's happening
Yeah.
in your body, you can almost adjust
Yeah. No.
your life to it. Like don't take hot showers, take
Cold showers.
warm
Yeah,
showers
warm
or
showers,
take
cold
a
showers.
cold
Yep,
shower.
that's right. Or if
There's something to say
or
about
if you
cold showers.
well, I haven't graduated to cold showers yet, but I do hear the
It take
rave. Yeah,
it takes some getting used
yeah,
to, but it's kind of cool,
yeah,
pun intended.
yeah. So if I am going to take a hot shower, then I can't be in there that long. Or if
Mm-hmm.
I want to relax for longer, then take a warmer shower. Or depending on, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
time of what I'm trying to do or how much energy I have
Mm-hmm.
determines what
Mm-hmm.
level of heat the shower's on,
You
you know.
can tolerate.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, you know what else is out? And this is not to be sad. This is just facts. Baths. Because when you get in the bath and the bath is warm or hot and you stay in there, you got to get out.
You gotta get out. You gotta get out.
So there was an adjustment.
Yeah, yeah.
That was an adjustment. Just having to go.
Now you got down. You
Okay.
got down in there. Now how you gonna get out? And now you
What's the exit
right.
plan?
You now you're soaking wet. You gotta try to climb up out of here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. You got to have an exit
Mhm.
plan. What am I do? But yeah, you're good. Yeah.
You mentioned putting water on your wrist, and so
Yes.
that's effective for you. I have a neck fan that I take with me
Yes.
outside, and that helps.
Yes.
And for me,
Yes.
I've learned that if I'm outside and it's hot, and if I've agreed to be outside and it's hot, and I have my fan on, I'm also keeping track of the time because I'm in a battle between the time and my symptoms. So I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
how long, because I can feel it. I can feel myself. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's this temperature. I'm out here and I'm clocking how long it takes. I was like, okay, uh, we gotta check. We gotta make a move, guys. Something gotta change. We had 3 minutes, four, whatever, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So
Right. Right.
that system works for me. New situations.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure of the temperature level. If I have my fan, I'm keeping track of the time and the environment, and that's helped me.
Well, and I haven't even gotten to that point
Mm.
where I time it. I mean, that's phenomenal that you do
Well, I
that.
think that's a good
I
thing.
mean,
I think that's a great thing. If it's not affecting you, you don't have to be that cognizant of it. That's great to me.
because thank you for saying that, but literally an increase of 0.5 degrees Celsius is when your core temperature increases 0.5 degrees Celsius or more, you're going to start feeling
It's
it.
no joke.
But
It's no joke.
no, it is not a joke. And the fact that you can okay, it's been 3 minutes. We have to make some
Yeah,
changes.
yeah,
And the fact that everybody knows that
yeah. Now,
you got to make some changes.
yeah, yeah. Now, we've explained everybody. Explained the situation. Everybody understands. So when I got to
Mm-hmm.
make a move, everybody already know what's up. Like,
Gotta go.
gotta go,
Gotta go.
gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah,
Because you're going to end up carrying me out of
that's
here.
right.
It is literally that drastic.
No, it is. I'm not gonna be able to move in a few more minutes if I
Mm-hmm.
don't get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and, you know, and I think for me too, coming to the space to be okay with having to recognize it's been a big thing for me because no, I don't want to have to deal with this, you know. So coming to a space to where now I'm taking the steps, I'm using the tools, I'm
Mm-hmm.
utilizing, I'm cognizant of myself, of what's happening, my environment. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a journey for me. So I'm happy that I'm in the space to where I'm functioning, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the goal with MS because whether our mountain just happens to be called multiple sclerosis. But people have mountains that they have to climb that are labeled other things. You have to adjust. This is just how we have to adjust. So it's just part of it. The thing is, you can adjust. It is not required to be outside in the dirty South for hours on end. That is
Mhm.
not a requirement. And the blessing is we get to decide. It's too hot. So I'm going back in. We have central air. So I'm staying in. I mean, we have the ability to make those choices,
That's right.
to try to be as cool as possible. And what other mechanisms do you use to stay cool? Like I told you about the
Yep,
water on my wrist, the cold. You use the cold on your neck.
yep.
Do you have like a?
I have a neck fan
Good.
that I use.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
of course, AC will never ever fail.
Mm,
Fans, I
mhm.
have the ceiling fans. I have stationary fans. To kind of keep me normalized and stabilized. And then two, uh, because the room is cooler than the room that I'm in, I keep it cooler. I'm
Mhm.
cognizant of everybody else too. It's like, okay, guys, y'all coming in. My parents are older. Yeah, bundle up because I got to keep it cool in here. Yeah, and so it's cool. Everybody understands. But I
Yeah.
can't tell you
Yeah.
that heat will knock me out off my feet.
Right. Right. It is. It's a thing. So you sleep with fans. We sleep with fans too.
Do you?
And you know what's funny? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My husband, my husband and I, we have a fan, a ceiling fan, we have a stationary
Yep,
fan, we
yep,
have the air going all at the same time.
yep.
So it's like, welcome to the meat house because being hot is not an option.
No,
And it's summer too. Mm-mm.
yeah,
It's not an
that's
option.
right. Not an option at
It's
all.
hot. It's not an option
Hey,
because in order to be functional, you have to be cooler. Do you have one of those cooling vests
I
that you
don't have
wear?
a cooling vest, but I've heard and I've read about them. I haven't gotten one, but I'm not against it at all. You know,
I love it. I have
you
one
have one. Okay,
and I love it. Oh yeah. When I rode the MS-150,
okay,
remember that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I wore that thing. It is amazing because it keeps your core temperature cooler,
Are
so
you
you can function.
are you still wearing it often? Yeah, these days.
No, no, no.
Okay,
It was just when I was outside
yeah,
for insane amounts of time.
right.
So you freeze it the night before,
Uh,
and then you
okay,
wear it the next day when you're doing a ride, and it stays cool.
okay,
For a certain amount of
okay.
time. So it really helps. And it's good for just regular everyday life if you're that sensitive,
hmm hmm
you know. I mean, because everybody's different to some degree about how sensitive they are, but it helped. It helped a lot.
I would say that the fatigue that is generated because of heat sensitivity is
Hmm.
more intense than just the everyday drain fatigue. That's intense too, but not compared. Oh
Really?
yeah, that's tense too, but not heat fatigue. That's a different level of fatigue. Well, I wouldn't say it's more intense. I would say the drain is just quicker. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So your battery goes
yeah,
out
quicker.
quicker.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a different sensation that I feel, but it
Uh-huh.
just quicker, just out. You know.
Okay. Okay. That's fair, cause if you're normal temperature, you can
Yeah.
function at your like you said, 70% and you
Right.
can just kinda keep that
Move.
going. But
hmm
when you're hot, keeping it going is not a thing. It's like you drain, like quick,
Sitting,
and it's over.
sitting, breathing, and thinking drains me and heat
Wow.
as if I'm physically doing something. You know.
Okay. But you know what? That brings up another point because with the heat intolerance, this is a temporary situation.
That's
It does not mean that your MS is getting worse. It's temporary. Because when you cool off, it reverts back.
that's right.
You're not you're experiencing symptoms, but your MS is not getting worse.
Right.
You're just experiencing symptoms because the very nerves that are affected are being not assaulted, but are affected by heat. And so it caused like a worsening of your symptoms, but it's temporary. But if this lasts, if you are experiencing symptoms and it lasts greater than 24 hours, now that's a different conversation.
Mhm.
Right? And with the heat intolerance, if it's lasting greater than 24 hours, that's a different conversation. But then again, why are you in the heat for 24 hours? Why?
Why do that? Right.
So,
Why do that to yourself?
right, why do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to point that out that this is not a permanent situation when you're in the heat and you're experiencing this fatigue and the tingling of the fingers and not being able to make the connection between your brain and your feet. Like, how do I walk?
Yep.
That's not permanent.
Yep.
That is a temporary situation.
A good point about not connecting. That's exactly what it feels like. Like I know what to do. and I'm thinking, but telling myself to do it, but it's not connecting. You know, the
It's not
nerves are
connecting.
not. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter your muscles. I used to think, well, maybe I just need to get stronger. That has nothing to
Mhm.
do with the nerves because
Mm.
without nerves, you can't control the muscle. But it's your nerves that are controlling, that are firing, that are relaying the message. And so if that's damaged, it doesn't matter. And so you're right. It's like I know what to do. I'm thinking to do it. I know how to do it, but it's not working.
You think that that's like one of the biggest frustrations with heat intolerance? Because I know with my heat intolerance, that was one of my biggest frustration is that my brain was knowing what to
Yeah,
do, but my body couldn't pull it
that's
off.
right. And you have to accept it. But things that you've always been able to do, normal things, writing, typing, it's normal things that you can't do anymore. But no kind of event happened, no, accident or anything happened. It's just a gradual thing, a diagnosis you know, that is somehow bestowed upon you that changes everything about how you perceive the world and how you function in the world and having to adjust and redefine and regroup and redirect and accept and stubbornly accept, but accept, you know. All the things is exhausting sometimes, but I appreciate the journey. I appreciate it, you know. It's not
What do
easy.
you appreciate?
I appreciate that it's slowing me down in the sense that I'm able to be aware of myself, more cognizant. I was just so busy. I was just so busy doing everything, all the things, everything, checking all the boxes off. And now it's giving me time to reflect, self-reflect, and kind of pull me back into things that are important. Um, Faith and family, relationships, um, myself. Um, and I'm getting back. It's been a slow process, but I'm getting back to who I used to be. But that even sounds weird because I'm still me, but I'm just different a little bit. But I like it, I guess. Maybe I'm starting to like it. Yeah.
Yay!
So I'm figuring it out as I go.
You are. You are figuring it out. And I'm watching you do it.
Yep.
That's pretty
It's a
awesome.
journey.
That's pretty
It's
awesome.
definitely a journey.
It is a journey. It is a journey. Do you find yourself having to plan travel
Everything.
around
Yeah.
heat?
Yeah. Everything is around heat. Everything is around heat. I hope it changes. But it's not like you know, walk outside and immediately freeze and can't move. No, it's not like that. I can hang out for a minute or two, but it definitely affects my decision.
Right. Like I get no joy in going to a beach.
No, no, not now. No, that's out the picture.
No. I mean, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but when you endure this,
Can't do
you
it.
really start enjoying your cooler seasons. You really start enjoying your distance from the equator.
You start enjoying
You really,
peace and silence. You start enjoying all the things. Quietness,
yeah.
solitude.
When my husband and I plan somewhere to go, he's more so than me. He is like, oh no, we're not going there because we've had some oopsies, in very hot climates. But whenever we plan to go somewhere in his plan, he was like, yeah, no, we're not doing anything
Mm-mm.
that looks like it might get hot
Oh no.
because the whole vacation or the whole trip is done
So
if you get too hot.
well, it's a good thing that you knew whenever you mentioned that y'all were on vacation. that you knew what it was. So you guys didn't have to seek any kind of medical attention overseas, or did you?
Well, we did.
Okay,
We took a cruise, a Mediterranean cruise, and we were in Florence, Italy,
nice.
right? And the the tour guide, I have no idea why he thought that this was a grand idea, but instead of walking the tour group, we were running, right?
Running.
And this was early. Remember I said, oh yeah, remember I said I used to be a runner?
Yeah, I remember you. You
Well,
were
you
pretty
know,
good. Yeah,
you you know that.
yeah,
Well, I hadn't run like that with MS, right?
yeah.
But this guy was running, and I was like, okay, run it is. And I could keep up. Well, we get to this piazza. It's like this area. A piazza is like a huge square
Okay,
where they had like all these statues and, things that are really historic and you
like
want
a
to stand
like
around
a plaza.
and read. Yes,
Okay,
it's like a plaza.
okay, cool.
Yes. And we got into the piazza and all of a sudden I'm hot.
Mm,
I'm hot, right? But I could not move.
that's true.
And I was like, oh shoot, the level of panic.
Hmm.
Because not only could I not move, but we're watching our tour group continue
Mm,
on. And I could not make what was happening in my brain connect to my feet.
yep.
And my husband was with me and he was like, come on. And I was like, I
I
can't.
can't. I
It
can't.
was so scary. It was so scary. So long story short, we got out of Italy, but it was very, very uncomfortable to not make the connection between my brain
Mm,
and my feet. And I couldn't do it for a while. It wasn't like it just went away. It lasted
mm.
until I cooled off. And it was hard. It happened in 2005. So that was early enough in my diagnosis and early enough in our marriage where we were like, no to ourselves. No, no, we're never doing that again. So that's why we're very conscious of where we go. And like if we do family trips, where is it? Where
Yeah,
is it? Is it outside?
you know, for a lot of people, is you want to do it. Like they ask, who all gonna be there? Before you want to go here, well, who all gonna be there? For us, it's like,
Right,
well,
right.
what's the what's the environment? What's the weather? Is it outside? Where we at? Well, is it stairs? We got upstairs. Like, what we doing? What are the elements? Forget who gonna be there. Like, what's the environment?
We don't care who's
We don't
there.
care who's there.
We care about the
Right,
elements.
the elements.
We don't care.
Whoever there,
Exactly.
it don't matter who there. What is the terrain? What are we doing here? Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
We don't care
I
who's
don't care
there.
who there.
We just care. What are the
Right.
elements? That's all we care about.
Where's the bathroom? What's going on? I mean, is it crowded? Where's the exit? What's going?
Do,
Uh,
do they have an AC?
right. Is there an AC? What's going on?
Do they have fans?
How loud is it going to
Or,
be in this
or,
place?
or
Yeah.
are we camping?
Right.
Or what is this?
We,
Is this third world or first
right.
world? How are we
Inside,
doing this?
outside. Porta
Yes,
potties,
yes.
toilets. What's happening? You know, what are we doing? We got to know. We got to know.
I gotta know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the truth in every way. It's like, what is going on? But yeah, so back to the original point, travel. Travel is a massive determinant of where you can go and what you can do, how long you can stay. Like you said, it doesn't matter who you do it with. Oh, and you have to let if the people who you go with don't know this about you, they have to
They got to know.
learn that quick.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us on On My Nerves and That's Unfiltered. And if we got on your nerves in a good way, please like, share, subscribe, and drop us a comment. We'll see you next time.